Would you sell your domain name for your budget? Hey, Chris Zuiker from Media Options help companies acquire the wrong version of their brand, broken some of the best domains on the planet. Check that out over at MediaOptions.com. Got a new website we just launched. Check out ChrisZuiker.com. Check out my podcast. Download my book, Domain Name Broker Secrets.com. Anyway, I was talking to someone this morning, a potential client, and we're going over budgets, and he's like, my budget, our budget's kind of this from our team. I said, there's no chance. Like, you're not even going to, like, I can't even help you. I wouldn't even take you on because it's so well below what it would cost to acquire this domain name. There's just no reason to it. But one of the questions I asked him, I said, well, look at it in this way. Okay, so I did um, the the question that I always say is like, okay, would it produce as much value as one employee? Because companies can get their head around hiring an employee. Okay, they have the metrics that are involved in that. They know, hey, if we get two salespeople, they're going to produce X amount of value for the organization, or an accountant, or a marketing person, or an engineer, whatever it is. So it's familiar language. But the other question I always ask is, okay, well, if you had this and I came to you and I said, hey, you also own these other different variations. Why don't you sell me what you're using today, and I'll give you your budget? Would you sell it? And the answer is no. Like, we wouldn't even entertain it. I said exactly. And that's the question, right? Like, that gets to the heart of what is your domain name worth for your brand. It's this element of brand equity, which in some instances is very intangible. But I said, would you sell it for 10x that? No. Okay, would you sell it for 100x that? No. Exactly, exactly, exactly. So I mean, get to the heart of this, right? So I often say too in my conversations, there's three different conversations on price. There's what you want to pay for it, okay? And everyone wants a great deal. I mean, who doesn't want a great deal, right? You want to walk in and get your Denali for 20% of the sticker price. Not going to happen, but it does happen sometimes in domains. The second question is, or conversation is, what is it worth to your company? And this strikes at the heart of creating a competitive strategic advantage, and how domain names interact with brand equity. And the third part of this conversation is, what are they going to sell it for? And oftentimes, if you can get to this and you say, hey, it's just not worth it for us, great, no problem. At least you looked at this and really got into the value. But what I find is that many times it's worth 10x, 100x what the asking price is. And for a buyer, they just have to wrap their head around making that investment and realizing there could be a 3 to 5 year payoff. Could be much quicker. I don't know. But those are the three different conversations. In this case, listen, they don't have a chance at their current budget unless they really get down to the details of the value for their company.